This is your practice video for your white belt song Hot Cross Buns. In this video, you're going to learn how to play B, A, and G on the recorder. You're going to learn the rhythm of the song with quarter notes, eighth notes, and quarter rests. And then we're going to combine all of those together and we're going to play Hot Cross Buns. The first note that we're going to go over is the note B. B in the treble clef staff lives in the middle of the line. So if we take our finger staff that we learned before and we start at the bottom, that's every good burger, B, deserves fries. You can also see it on the staff in front of you and the screen. Also on the screen, you're going to see the diagram of a recorder. So remember, everything that we are using right now, the left hand is at the top. So you need two holes. One, you need the thumb hole in the back with your left hand thumb, and you're going to need your pointer finger on the top hole, and those two notes make B. Now your right hand, since we don't need it for the note B, you can either have it down here, anchored down here, or you can use your thumb as support and have the rest of your fingers hover over the rest of the holes. If you are very certain that your holes are completely covered, as in there's no leaks anywhere, and you're using soft air like you're blowing a feather across your hand, then you get this sound. All right, double check that your holes are completely covered. If you need to, take your hands off really fast. Make sure that there are some indents in your fingers from holding your recorder so tight. Put them back on and try again. The second note that we're going to learn is the note A. A in the staff lives in the spaces, so we're not looking at our fingers, we're looking in between our fingers because they're spaces. So F, A, that's one we're looking at, C, E. The recorder diagram tells me I need 3 holes this time, so that is my thumb, my pointer finger, just like we had for B, and now we're going to add my middle finger on the second hole at the top. Again, my right hand is going to either be here or it can be over there. If we're using soft air, then we get this sound. Check your holes again, make sure your hair is soft, and try again. The last note that you need for hot cross buns is G. G on the staff lives in the lines, and if we look at our fingers, because those are the lines, that is every good burger deserves fries. And now I have to add another finger. So I already had thumb, I had my pointer, I had my middle, and now I need my ring finger on that third hole from the top. My right hand can be at the bottom or it can be up here, but it can't touch the other holes. If you're using soft air, then you get this sound. Check your holes again. Check your air, that it's soft enough to blow a feather across your hand, but not off it. And you get this sound. So this in front of you is the song Hot Cross Buns. For now, just so that we can learn the rhythm, we're going to ignore that there's B's, A's, and G's on the screen, and we're just going to look at the rhythm. The whole song starts with A2 with a bar. That just means that you're resting for 2 measures of 4 beats. So 2 times 4 equals, if you said 8, thank you, 8 beats. You're resting for 8 beats, and then we start clapping on tas, TTs, and shushes. So rest for 8 beats. 1, 2, 3, 6. Here we go. Ta, ta, ta. Ta, ta, ta. T, 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 ta, ta, ta. Ta, ta, ta. Ta, ta, ta. T, 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 ta, ta, ta. Great. You're going to go over that part again until you feel really comfortable with that rhythm. So you can scroll back a little bit in the video so you can work on that rhythm again. And when you feel comfortable, you can move on to the next part. So the next part of learning how to play hot cross buns is to read which notes are B, which notes are A, and which notes are G. So remember our music staff that we talked about on our hands, and you can look at the screen to help you out. But remember, we're only playing three notes. B, that's the middle of the lines. A, that's the second space. And G. Now on the screen, I've already labeled all the notes, so you already have them in front of you. Now, on the same rhythm we were doing before, we're going to say the letters and clap. So wait 8 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. B, A, G. B, A, G. G, 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 G. A, 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 A. B, A, G. B, A, G. B, A, G. G, 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 G. A, 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 A. B, A, G. So once again, work on this section first. Rewind a little bit so you can work on this. And when you feel really comfortable with saying the letters and clapping the rhythm, then you can move on to the next part. The third step in learning how to play hot cross buns is to put our fingers on the recorder. Now we're not going to play just yet because we're going to say the letters while we let our fingers learn how to play the song. So remember, B is thumb and 1. A is thumb 1 and 2. And G is thumb 1, 2, and 3. Remember, this is all in our left hand. Our right hand is either down here or our left hand is hovering over the other finger, over the other holes. We're going to put the recorder on our chin and we're going to get ready to play. Now you're going to notice that sometimes we go from G straight to B, or we go from G and we do another G. So use those quarter rests as a chance to look ahead in the music and see what you need to play next. Ready? So we rest for 8 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Say it, go. B, A, G. B, A, G. G, 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 G. A, 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 A. B, A, G. Do it again. B, A, G. B, A, G. G, 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 G. A, 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 A. B, A, G. Use those quarter rests as a chance to look ahead in the music. So if you look at the first BAG that we play, the next thing we play is another BAG. So we need to reset our fingers to go back up to just one finger at the top. So it'd be B, A, G, reset, B, A, G. Stay here because the next thing we play is G, 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 A, 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 B, A, G. Then you do it again. B, A, G. Reset your fingers. B, A, G. Stay. G, 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 A, 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 B, A, G. So we learned how to do the rhythms, we learned the letters on the staff, and we learned how to put those letters in our fingers, and now we're ready to play. So you're going to hear me say things like reset, or you're going to hear me say stay. I'm just talking about your fingers. You don't have to say that when I go and judge you for your white belt assessment. You don't have to say that. In fact, just focus on playing the recorder. All right? I'm just saying that because I'm your teacher and I have to make sure that you know what we're doing. Okay? We're going to get ready. Make sure that your fingers are prepared. Make sure that your air is soft. And here's another thing that you want to keep in mind, because I'm going to look for this also on your yellow belt assessment. Articulation. Articulation means that you are giving a start to your notes. To articulate on the recorder, we need the sound do. So everyone say do, do, do. And now you're going to add that soft stream of air. It'll sound like this. When you add that onto the recorder, I'm just going to do it on B. It'll sound like this. If I do it on B, A, and G, it sounds like this. Remember, my air is soft and I'm just saying. So practice that a little bit. And here we go. You wait for 8 measures and then we play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. Reset. Stay here. Again. Reset. When you play the recorder, make sure that your air is soft. If you're putting too much air into this, it's going to squeal and squeak and it's going to make everyone's ears bleed. Don't want that happening. You also don't need a bunch of mouthpiece in your mouth. You just need the tip of the recorder just barely on your lips. That's it. That's all you need. And then when you articulate into the recorder, it is just the tip of your tongue on the tip of the recorder. I also like to do it at the tip of the top of, so tip of my tongue on the top of my mouth. That also makes the articulation work. So let's troubleshoot really fast. Are all of your holes completely covered when you play? Do you have indents on your fingers so that you know that they're completely covered? Are you blowing enough air? Or are you blowing too much air? When you finish troubleshooting, we're going to play it one more time. And this time, I'm not going to say anything. We're just going to play. So 8 measures of rest.